Dhan Sadguru, very nice, beautiful, beautiful. It has been my favorite song for a long time, for many years. Many years means maybe about 70 years. That is many years. And this was sung by the chanters at the Dera, great master's time. Sometimes this song was sung by one of the chanters whose name was Udaru. Udaru means one who would fly away. That is his pen name. His real name was something else, but we all called him Udaru, that he can fly away with his songs. And he used to sing the song before great master gave a discourse. And he sang and people were just filled with love because Soi, soi, deve. Young Sadhguru, very nice, beautiful, beautiful. It has been my favorite song for a long time, for many years. Many years means maybe about 70 years. That is many years. And this was sung by the chanters at the Dera, great master's time. Sometimes this song was sung by one of the chanters whose name was Udaru. Udaru means one who would fly away. That is pen name. His real name was something else, but we all called him Udaru, that he can fly away with his songs. And he used to sing the song before great master gave a discourse. And he sang and people were just filled with love because here he's saying the Sadguru, the Thakur, the Lord gives you whatever you ask for him. Just be ready to ask with faith, love and devotion. He'll give you anything you want. He is a giver. His generosity has no bounds. Whatever you ask, he gives you. Don't ask with doubt. Great Master used to say, his teaching, his method, the path of the masters, Sant Mat, is meant for the brave, not for the weak. You have to be a warrior. He used to use the word. You have to be a warrior to be in this path. Why did he say that? What is the need to be brave and warrior in order to meditate and find yourself? He explained that many of us cannot cope up with the pralabdha, the destiny we are born with. And we try to run away from it. We are cowards. If we cannot face what we designed as an experience of destiny, then that is not a spiritual path at all. That's escapism. The path of the Master says, you should be strong and be warriors and face your life where you have been placed in the middle. Cope up with all the ups and downs of destiny. And then in the middle of it, escape and go back to your home from this network into which you have come.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody. We are still celebrating. It is amazing. So today we have, can you hear me? Mike, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. So we have song by Stephanie, When You Believe. And then Growing in Gratitude by me. And then I talk by Michael. After Michael, we will have Dr. Chand. The topic is The Grace is Delivered Through the Eyes and is Received by the Eyes. And then we will have short Dayan session to compose ourselves and put our attention towards our beloved Ishwar Puriji. Afterwards, we will have Ishwar Puriji YouTube talk, and then we will have a group meditation. Thank you very much. Stephanie. Please. Please.
Many nights we prayed with no proof anyone could hear. In our hearts a hopeful song we barely understood. Now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We were moving mountains long before we knew we could. There can be miracles when you believe. Our hope is strong, it will prevail. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe? Somehow you will. You will when you believe. In this time of fear, when prayer so often proves in vain, hope seems like the summer birds too swiftly flown away. Yet now I'm standing here, my heart so full I can't explain, seeking faith and speaking words I never thought I'd say. There can be miracles when you believe. Our hope is strong, we will prevail. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe? Somehow you will. You will when you believe.
Hello. Okay. So we came to growing in gratitude. Something nice happened today. How after you will hear, of course, how can I not thank him all the time? That I had no time. I promised that I will do this corner, and then I had no time to prepare. And but I just remember that Raj has a wonderful thing in a sentence about gratitude in her status. So I went and took it. And I said, maybe I will find something else. Maybe I will ask Mahip to agree that I will read from her essay that she prepared once. She already gave it to me, and she told me to do whatever I want with it, but I forgot. And she didn't answer to me to give me a permission. I want a permission to use it, to use part of it. And then I said, oh, Ruhit, yesterday he wrote something very nice about gratitude, about thank you to Master. I want something about Master. And then he just sent it to me. I didn't remember what he wrote. And now you see what happened. The status of Raj is where gratitude like a clock, and it will feed every corner of your life. And then Ruhit, okay? Thank you, Babaji, for everything. Thank you, my beloved Father. Every moment, thank you, Babaji. Thank you, my beloved Father. Every day, thank you, Babaji. Thank you, my beloved Father. Every night, thank you, Babaji. Thank you, my beloved Father. Today, thank you, Babaji. Thank you, my beloved Father. Tomorrow also, thank you, Babaji. Thank you, my beloved Father. Every day, thank you, Babaji. Every morning, thank you, Babaji. Every evening, thank you, Babaji. Every moment, thank you, Babaji. Thank you, my beloved Father. I wish all of us to grow in gratitude to our beloved Ishwar Puriji and to enjoy the magic of his abundance, love, and grace. You see the clock, and Raj and Rohit was preparing for me something from him. He did it. Thank you, Master. Thank you. Michael?
Good morning, everyone. Oh, thank you, Hardevi, and thank you, Stephanie, for your beautiful song, and Hardevi for the gratitude. Both of you were marvelous. And good morning, everyone, where we all meet here for, for our consciousness. We all meet here in the love of our Holy Father, in the love of God the Father, Ishwar Puri Ji. We all sit here so our consciousness can flower. Our consciousness flowers here and blossoms. And love permeates, and we swim in His love, and we drink His love, we eat His love, and we swim in His love. Yesterday was an ocean of love that was poured on us from Father God and Master. It was a most wonderful feeling I've ever had for a long time. And this love, this feeling continues. And here we will celebrate Father God's birthday. We will celebrate Ishwar Puri's birthday every day. Every day is a celebration of our Holy Master, and I hope this celebration stays for eternity. For we are all in need of love. All of us are thirsty for the love of God. All of us are thirsty for the love of the kingdom of God. All of us are so thirsty for the darshan of our Holy Master. That's why the celebration will continue for eternity. And I wanted to say to everybody that tonight we have another, if you want to have another dip in love, tonight the Sisha, the Canadian Isha, there is a Zoom call, and it will be announced in our WhatsApp group, and they have a password which is Sisha, C Isha, and if you want another dip in love, Bibi Raj, she said she's gonna be there. So it's gonna be another ocean of love that we're all gonna swim to. So why not make the day love and the night love and every day love and love? So what is love? Love is a leap into the unknown. Love is divine. Love is sacred. It's the flame of God that illuminates the darkness. Through love, man becomes nearer and nearer to God. Love is the deepest secret of life. Love is the holy secret of God. With love, we can control our mind. With love, we can control our thought and our actions. Love is the reigning deity of our subconscious. Love is the predominant force. Love is holy. Love is sublime. Love is the reigning deity of our subconscious. All thoughts and passions are just ministers of love. Shabd, The Shabd is the holy sound, the word of God is love. And the mystics, the Shabd mystics are fountains of love, rather oceans of love. To have full love and to dip into full love, into pure love, that is Sachkhand. And for that, we have to give our head. We have to give our head to the feet of our holy master, Ishwar Puri Ji. We have to surrender our vanity, our ego, our everything to get that full love. So that love we will work for. We will work for through our daily meditation, through our daily listening to our Shabd, through our daily introspection of our thoughts, our actions, and through daily feeding our holy soul with love through Shabd, Simran, meditation, and thinking of Master and God. So love is the celestial stream of existence. It's the heavenly blood of life that flows through each and through our veins. Love is so beautiful, and just to be in satsang is to be living. It's a feeling. Love is a feeling. It's a condition of the soul. It's a condition of the soul, and it's just a feeling that we have to experience, and we experience it here, all of us sitting in the whole at the holy feet of our master Ishwar Puri Ji. So this is just this is just my introduction that love is the highest and noblest feeling. And it's the theme of existence. And without love, this world will be barren, with like a skeleton. That love is the life force that puts existence. It's like the divine lubricant of this machinery. The divine lubricant of this machinery of existence is love. So we are all thirsty for love. And here at the feet of our Father, our Godfather, God the Father, Ishwar Puri Ji, we get this love. And thank you, Master, for all the love that you shower on us daily. And may this love continue, and may it blossom, and may it become not just from a drop, may it become an ocean, that all of us will swim in the ocean of your love. I can't wait till we grow more and more spiritually and more in your love, and just swim in your love day and night. Thank you, Father God. Thank you, Master. And now I welcome my very, very dear brother Chand, who every time I see, I get happy.
That's right. Thank you very much for unmuting me. That's great. Nice to see you all today. Again, I would like that happy birthday to the Master again and again and again. Now, as Michael was saying about love, so today's topic is that we receive love through the eyes, and the Master gives it through the eyes. That's the subject, So let me begin with the word love, And here, when the creation started, as some of the saints said beautiful lines on it. He said, Prem Sindh se moj ut, means in the stride of bliss. The Almighty, he was one and alone. And in that state of bliss, he felt like loving. And to love, he became from one to many. And that's how the essence of the soul is love. All the time love. So we must swim in the sea of love all the time. And that's how simply this swimming in the sea of love immediately connects us with our source. Because we are in that sea. But this mind and body, as we have got this acquired mind and created body, involves us. Now, the love string, the string of love is the Shabad. We are part of that light. And as in all the religions, the God is known as light, Nur in Quran, and light in Bible. So we are connected with this Shabad to our source. And this Shabad is, let me explain that these waves, as in science we say particle and wave theory. Now these waves are waves of love. Once you are going up and down, and this is what that particular grace which is coming from a perfect living master, his wave of love is flowing out of him. How it flows out of him? Because the wave is received at the third eye center, which is from where the soul operates. So here, his love comes and then it comes out of his eyes. Maharaj Kripal Singh Ji explained that 83% of attention gets diffused through the eyes. It is received through the eyes and it is given through the eyes. So now this is what is a beautiful area to understand, that how that love, which is flowing from the sea of love, it is coming out of perfect living master from his eyes. And those beautiful eyes, whenever I see Ishwar Puriji's pictures or my mother's picture. So now this is how it flows out of their eyes. They are all the time smiling. And that love, which comes 83% out of their eyes, it showers like a beautiful rain, which cools down everything. So in a hard summer day, if a beautiful shower of the rain comes, how nice you feel. So through his eyes, that love is raining through his eyes, because it is all coming from that sea of love. And then through those waves, ups and downs, it is coming through his eyes. And many times you play that video when master is coming out, he's looking at everyone with his folded hands and looks around. So his eyes, that particular intoxication from his eyes is flowing out. And if the disciples are looking into his eyes, immediately something stirring happens. It's like an electric current which goes through the body. This is how the love is received. And even in a physical form also, if you love someone, if a young boy and a girl is loving, so it all starts from those eyes, They start appreciating each other's beauty. Because Ishwar Puriji says that it is the beauty which is appreciated by the soul. So now this is how, and it gets transformed into that epitome. And it is only possible through those eyes. And without uttering a word, they say love at first sight. That's how sometimes you use these words, love at first sight. So as soon as you see, and immediately that particular love engulfs. You see in your own homes, you've got certain pets, and then how they look in your eyes and then start loving it. The tail is there, wagging tails. It's a beautiful thing, This experience of love is only through the eyes. That's what I would like to say time and again. Now, this flow, when it comes, how the love which is flowing out from the soul, through your eyes, it passes through your brain, through your mind also it passes through. So that all the circuits of the brain they get calm, you know. It is only one thing, love. All other senses of the body get null. You know, they don't have any other thing to do. Because all those senses join hands. And all those senses, you know, make you numb. And nothing is there except love. Even if in physical love also it happens like that. So this is how, and to get God is only through this sea of love. If we know how to swim in this sea is an area. And this is how this love should flow to each and every one, all around you. Because that particular stream of love, you know, that huge big river of flood. I mean, I can remember I have seen this Niagara Falls. You know, these Niagara Falls, such a beautiful flow of that love is coming, and you must feel that part. That if you are connected to your beloved, that flow of that love should engulf your mind, it should engulf your body, it should flow from your behavior. Because this is what is an area which has to be understood. And my mother always told me that whenever you go to listen to a satsang, try to sit as close as to the master and look into his eyes. You should not blink. It should be straight into his eyes. And as he's looking here and there, and because you are loving through those eyes, and definitely he'll look back at you. And then you will receive it. So, you know, getting through the eyes is a key area. And these, we call it as love-lorn eyes. You know, once I could see Ishwar Puriji here and there, even my mother. And whenever they look at others, that love is just flowing out of them. It just flows. And it attracts them. It's such a thing, you know, it electrocutes you. you can't do anything else. You're just looking at your beloved and just watching. Just see all those beauties in that. So this is how I would like, as Ishwar Puriji also in the other satsang of Canadians, they were talking about that love. And how to really get into that frame of love is a beautiful area. And Ishwar Puriji told us that how imagination, you start imagining the love within you. If you love anybody, including your physical relations here, you love someone. And if you are not so close to your master, he said you can have that imagination about the love, whomsoever you may love. So you just have that picture within you, imagine for that. And that's just leave the outer mind and outer body into the astral mind and astral body. So you enter there. So such a beautiful, powerful tool of imagination he's telling us, that how we can use it and just go in. And this love should flow from your body and mind. Everybody, you look around, you look with those love-lorn eyes only. That is what is the key to this spiritual gathering here. And this is what is Surat Shabad Yog. This is what all the masters been telling. And Kabir Sahab said, Dhai akhar prem ke padhe so pandit hoy. Means only these four letters, L-O-V-E. If somebody learns this, he becomes a master. He becomes the most wisest people in this world, wisest person in this world. Because that love really flows out with all those divine attributes. They start flowing out of you. And love is caring. And this care starts flowing for the beloved. And all the time you are trying to care. And this is what is coming. And it can be expressed through your eyes only. And you can feel the other person also through his eyes. That is loving. And I could see that even some ferocious animals also, I could see some of those videos, in the Discovery Channel and other places, that the ferocious elephant is coming, but the other person is just standing and looking at his beauty. He stops there. So love has got a tremendous power. And love really can solve all the problems of life. Because once you are with the love thy enemy, that is also what's said by Christ said that. So now, if you start loving, then you are creating a ground for that person to understand things, because this mind is reactive mind, all the time it is fighting past and future, and whereas how beautifully Ishwar Puriji told us that there is nothing past, nothing future, it is all present. And in that satsang he was explaining this part, that even you can remember your when you were a child, that small little as a small little baby, you remember your own body, you can see those pictures, etc. But now, and then you cross all those years of your life, and once you are here, you are here. All those different lives were there. You had a younger body of yours, then you have grown, but you are there. You rather, the soul is going here and there. So they say it is time traveling. It is all imaginary part. And at this moment, past and future do not exist. Always the present exists. And this is where you are. And this is all a dream. Now in this dream, you've been a lovebird, right from the beginning. And you are stuck up here, where people are just trying to, they are trying to, put you into pieces. The sufferings, the kind of behavior you get. But this love it is so light, The truth is so light. And in all other things, are so heavy, they will go down, but this is keep on floating. So if we can understand our nature, even a plant needs love, a dog needs love. So love is the key, and it all comes through the eyes. It is received through the eyes, and it is given through the eyes. So I think I have covered my point today, that how it all flows from the eyes, because it passes through, and 83% it goes out. And that showers, as I explained about the Niagara Falls, how that love comes and drenches you. It's a beautiful thing to understand. And if we keep in love, things are fine. So Michael, now you can take over. And I have explained that beautiful area, what my mother told me, right?
Thank you so much. So much. Thank you. And love is the true nectar and elixir of our spiritual life. And it's the highest treasure that man can attain under the sun. Okay, so now
all other senses of the body, they calm down when we are in love. So nothing will work, only love will work, and that engulfs you. That's what is needed, to be there with him. Right.
And I think all of us here, we feel we are in love. We're all in love over here.
Yeah, we are in love with each other, with the master, and everywhere the love is love. Love is flowing everywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna play master now, so you can watch love. watch and hear love.
Can you see me wired? Actually, we are all wired in our brains. We are wired according to the assumptions that we take as facts, assumptions on which we live in this life. We assume certain things, never check whether any proof is needed or not. Assumptions are realities for us. That's the wiring in our brains. The truth is, you can rewire your brain. You can rewire by looking at all the assumptions once again and say, why am I assuming this? Is something else possible? Just by looking at what your assumptions are, you can change. And when you change by just the awareness of your assumptions, your brain gets rewired. Your life changes. You can become a different person if you like. I was told by somebody that you can cure all your illnesses by rewiring your brain. A video was sent to me of an Indian girl here who has practiced meditation with visualization and able to cure all the body's ailments through that process. Because even medical science today admits the great power of the mind over matter. That a lot of stuff that goes on in our bodies is because of what is happening in our head. When there is so much stress in our head, the body suffers and we get sick. We try to treat the body and not the causes in the head. So therefore, very often, if you find that you are having problems with the body, look at what is happening in your head. Are there any stresses in your life? Is something putting pressure on you in your head? Or something causing you too much tension and mental problem? Try to solve those problems and you will be able to heal your body. It's something people have tried successfully. So that is why I say that you can rewire your brain by looking at your assumptions. Try that experiment. In the morning, I was telling you about different levels of masters and how one can go within oneself to different levels and discover what those masters teach us. Another question people ask me again and again is, do we have to go to a particular ashram, dera, institute to do meditation? I must tell you, God does not live in the houses we build. He lives in the design He has created, the human body. When we run to a place, to a temple, to look for God, we are carrying the God with us in our own temple with us. Man-made temples don't carry. They are logistical reasons to get together. Just for logistical purposes, these are created. The real temple of God is the head, the body, within ourselves. We have to go within this ourselves. No need to go anywhere. People in the old days thought you have to renounce the world. Otherwise, you are always attracted to the world. And they renounced the world, went into forests, mountain tops, Himalayas, to go and do meditation. If you go and meet those people, I happened to work in those mountains, Himalaya mountains, for many years. And I met many of those people, sadhus, yogis, sitting there meditating. And when they talked to me, they talked of what they had left behind. That means their mind was still on what they left behind. It was better to deal with what they left behind, where it was left behind, rather than go away and then worry about it from a distance. You cannot run away from anything. If something is bothering you here, by going somewhere else, it will not stop bothering you. To try to figure out that you can detach yourself by running away doesn't work. I've often said, detachment cannot be practiced. I came to United States and I found a very nice food item which I could eat called pizza. Not only pizza made by a special company called Shakey's Pizza. I like the sayings on the wall, gee, old shaky pizza, and that shaky pizza don't make money and banks don't make pizza. Don't use any credit card here. Things like that. So I still remember, I said, I am getting attached to pizza. I thought I was a very detached person, living a very simple life in India, and now first thing I'm doing is to get attached to something. I said, I am going to try to detach myself. And I closed my eyes and said, no more Shakey's Pizza. Every time I said Shakey's Pizza, sign came in front of me. The more I tried to detach, the more attached I got. I discovered detachment never works. You can try as hard as you like. The harder you try, the more attached you get. Then there must be some method by which we can actually achieve detachment. Now, you know, the detachment comes by attachment to something else. Pizza Hut came, I forgot Shakey's. Not really, because I wouldn't tell you the story now, I had really forgotten. It is an attachment to something else. Great master used to give example of little children, little girls playing with their dolls. They took the dolls so seriously, got so attached to them, that they would fight over it. Nobody can take my doll. How dare you? Even parents could not take the dolls away. Even they had to have the dolls with them to go to sleep at night. So attached to those dolls. And when those girls got married and they were going to their husband's house, they said, we'll take our dolls with us. And they packed the dolls in the suitcases they carried. After many years, they had their own children. Dolls were still in those suitcases. The new attachment called the detachment. It's always another attachment that makes you detached. One of the main reasons why perfect living masters are here giving us an experience of pure love, because that makes us attached to them and we get detached from everything else. One of the main functions by which they appear here for us. We don't realize that. We are all constantly thinking, what are they teaching us? They are not teaching us anything. They are detaching us from worldly attachments to pure love, to attachment to a love, which we don't recognize in the beginning. As we go along, we see the power of that love. That attachment, new attachment within ourselves. One can question, what is the difference between being attached to a person here and being attached to another person we call a master? They're both here, both physical. What's the difference between the two? The difference is that unlike other teachers who teach you what is outside, perfect living masters say, don't come to us, go within yourself. But we tell them, but we love you. We want to be with you. They say, go inside. You see what you find there. When we follow their instructions and go inside, same masters are inside. First time we realize the master, real master, is not the physical form we saw outside, but the master inside us. It's amazing, but we can't see inside. We are not connected with inside. Therefore, they appear outside. And they direct us to go within ourselves and find the real masters who really guide us within ourselves. Those masters, with that awareness of totality, when they come here, they become our friends, so we can experience some true love with them. Then when they tell us to go within, we see them also inside. And then we open our eyes outside, inside. Throughout our spiritual journey, at all the levels I mentioned in the morning, a master we have seen outside is with you inside. Then we realize a master is not what we thought it is. Because the awareness of the human being outside was at all levels while he was a human being. Therefore, he is with us at all levels in our own journey inside. It's a very beautiful arrangement made up. The master inside is just appearing outside. Master inside is appearing in the astral plane. Master inside appearing at causal plane. Master inside appearing at the spiritual plane. And we begin to feel we are never alone. I can guarantee if you do meditation and manifest the master inside, you will never be alone. Loneliness will become a thing of the past. When I meet people and they talk of loneliness, I tell them, have a friend who's inside you. Any time you will feel inside. Once you start feeling that friend inside, afterward you'll also be able to see the friend outside. It's a very beautiful experience. That's part of the deal we get from a perfect living master. The master is with us at all times. And it's a friendship like no other friendship. Other friendships are somewhat conditional. I am doing this for you. What have you done for me lately? Things like that. But a perfect living master love is completely unconditional. You'll be surprised how non-judgmental these perfect living masters are. They never judge. They never see how good or bad we are. They only see one thing. What are we seeking? What is our seeking inside? If we are seeking the truth, they are our friends. They are with us all the time. It's the seeker that brings them to our life, that they appear in our life. So that is why it's very important to know that the masters are not outside, they appear outside for our sake. And they remain with us at every level. What happens at the end of the journey? We find our true self was the master, not somebody else. Only one true self, totality, consciousness was the master. Same became us, same became the master at this level. Imagine the beauty of this experience. Imagine the realization. That is the best thing that can happen. And it is possible for a human being to reach that state. It's so wonderful. Some people say, you are telling us to go within. Who will do the work outside? You're telling me to do meditation. I have to run my business. I have to take care of my family. I have to take care of my children. Are you suggesting that we renounce all our duties, responsibilities, obligation that we have, and just start a selfish journey into your own self? Good question. No, I've never suggested that you give up responsibilities and obligations. You have to go through them. You have to do them. If you don't do it, I assure you, you'll have to come back again to do it. Therefore, the spiritual path that these masters tell us does not say run away from your responsibilities and obligations in this world. It says perform them as effectively as you can. There is a saying, the Lord Krishna said, yoga karma su kaushalam, which means true yoga, true union with the self arises when you can act here in the most skillful way without expecting a reward for it, just to clear your account. Act as skillfully as you can, whatever talents you have. Use those talents to fulfill your responsibilities. Therefore, which is our dera, which is our ashram, which is our institute where we have to go? This world where we are fulfilling our obligations. Right in the middle of this world. Right in the middle of doing all our jobs. Maybe I'm emphasizing it too much because only a few hours ago I took over 3 new jobs. I became the chairman and CEO of a company I founded long ago called All Star Foods Incorporated. I became chairman and CEO of another company called Mirabai Products that had a trade secret, which is my secret I don't share with people. When I don't share it, becomes more secret. And then there's a skincare company called Hot Green Beauty Incorporated. I took over the leadership of that company. I'll be very busy running 3 corporations. It will not interfere at all with my spiritual journey. Remember, these things that you do here are being done with your mind, with your body, with your skills learned through these. What the spiritual journey is a response with love and devotion to something more real than anything. Both go together. You do not have to separate anything. So do your duties as best as you can. If you want to understand the very basis of how these duties come about, I can explain it as explained by several teachers earlier. There is a law prevailing called the law of karma, law of cause and effect. That all the obligations we think have fallen upon us have been created by us in previous times, maybe previous lives, maybe earlier in this life. And they have to be paid off. Whatever we have created, we have sown certain seed, fruit will come, good or bad. When we do something with intention which is good, I want to help that person, it becomes a good karma. Supposing you only have an intention, I want to do this good, but you didn't go and get the opportunity to do good, you still created a good karma. Supposing you actually do the good, the karma gets multiplied. Supposing you have an intention to do something bad, but you don't do it, you change your mind, karma is still created. What happens with this good karma and bad karma, which our mind decides and divides? The moral code of what is good and what is bad is not a universal code at all. Look at history, all these codes have changed. Look at the universe in different countries, different cultures, the codes are different. The moral code is being determined by the way we have grown up in this particular life and the society we have grown up with, parents we have grown up with, religions we have grown up with. They have imposed these assumptions of moral code in us. But it works like this, that whatever your moral code has been accepted by the mind, when you are having intentions and actions based on that, you are deciding at that time. Your mind is telling, your conscience is telling, that part, subtle part of your mind, which determines moral codes. This was good. Good thing you did. This was bad, shouldn't have done it. It's all in your own mind. And that very thing creates good and bad karma. So this good and bad karma leads to a result of punishment and reward. The whole system is based on punishment and reward. Good brings reward. Punishment brings hurtful pain, suffering. So we are all going through this process because of this law of karma. It's a big law. So we are obliged to fulfill this. That is why if you know that what your karma is requiring you to do is like a debt to be paid because you owed it from previous actions and intentions of yours, isn't it good to pay off cheerfully and say, good has come, I accept cheerfully. Bad has come, I accept cheerfully, I'm clearing my accounts. If you look at it like that, you will be able to put up both with good and bad karma very effectively without losing your peace of mind and without losing your temper about things. Otherwise, we are angry with God. Why this karma on me? God did not impose the karma on us. It's just a law here. It's just a local law made by our minds. And we are just playing it out. But let us play it as cheerfully as we can. We can make our life very cheerfully. Consider the debts we have to pay as paid. How happy we are happy when we have a loan to repay and we are cleared. Really big relief. That is how we should feel the relief. Then the karma is paid and it's off. If we look at it like that, a lot of our attitudes will change. So I am very happy to share these things with you because I must tell you, I am not saying anything to you from any book. I am saying it from the teachings of Great Master and the practice of those teachings. That's all. It works. Therefore, I hope that you will take advantage of it and it will work. I'm so happy that you joined me today, and I hope we'll meet again next month. They fixed the dates already for these meetings. These meetings are meant to remind us of some basic truths about ourselves, because when we are not remembering these, our mind is so clever. It takes us back into a worldly side, as if that is most important thing. Today, what we think is most important looks so unimportant after a few days, after a few months, and everything we are doing here looks completely unimportant when we die. What are we wasting our time on if we know this? So that is why when we have these meetings, It almost is like putting ourselves back on track on our spiritual journeys. I hope that what I share with you is helpful to you in your spiritual journeys. Do your meditation as a priority number one, not number two. Put it ahead of others. People say we don't have time. We are so busy. Housewives say we are busy taking care of our children, kitchen. See, day, night we are working hard. Then we have to go to work outside. Where is the time for meditation? Men say we are so tired after work, and we are getting early morning to catch the bus or the train or the bus or drive in our car to our job. Where is the time? And I tell them, do you have 5 minutes? Can you find 5 minutes? Of course, 5 minutes is okay, not 2.5 hours. Okay, do 5 minutes. If you do 5 minutes first thing in the morning, those 5 minutes will last you more than 2.5 hours. Try it out. If you do 5 minutes in the morning when you rise, and 5 minutes before going to sleep at night, I tell you, those will last you for 24 hours. But it should be intensive. Intensive 5 minutes. Not thinking of what you're going to do next and say, I'm meditating. That's not meditation. Intensive meditation means concentrate your attention within yourself. Say, who am I? Where's my master? Supposing you are initiated by a master, talk to master. Have a 5-minute conversation. Do an intensive meditation that at that time you're thinking of nothing else. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night before going to sleep. Very good. Supposing you have more time, I'm not saying only do 5 minutes. If you have more time, do 10, 20, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, 8 hours. Depending on the time. Oh, I'm not restricting you to any time. I am only saying 5 minutes. Nobody has said to me, I can't even find 5 minutes. So that's why I've chosen a very small number, 5 minutes. Nobody has said we can't even find 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night. But the main thing is to make it priority number one. See the importance of it. Things we are doing here are not going to go with us when the body is left. They're all connected with the body. And every one of us has to leave the body. Everyone without exception. Masters included. Most healthy athletes included. Everybody included. Nobody lived more than 130 years even. This is a very temporary vehicle that we are wearing. Inner vehicles are much longer lasting. They will last longer. What we are doing here, these clothes won't fit us there. Nor will the jewelry be of any use there. Nor will any of the thing that we try to acquire. Imagine how much we try to acquire and say, this is mine. Do you know how dangerous that saying is? This is mine. I own it. If you own it and you lose it, it's a big loss. Everything you own will one day be lost. Everything. Nothing will go with you. The more you are saying, I own this, the more disappointed you will be. Bigger loss. Why not cut down the loss and say, nothing is mine. I have just come here to use it. It's been given to me just while my body is here. I am using it. I use it very carefully. Well, then who owns it if you don't own it? Find out any name. Why not say, Master owns it, God owns it, Lord owns it? It's just a matter of convincing your mind nothing you own personally in this body. That is why when we don't try to possess things, make them our own, problems come. Supposing you say, these are not mine, but I am just given to you for use. Do you know you use them more carefully? If somebody else's thing given to you to use, you use it more carefully. The truth is, everything has been given to us temporarily to use. They're temporary. Use it well, but don't make it your own. Don't say mine, mine, mine every day and then create a bigger disappointment for you. The biggest problem of that disappointment is you try to come back for the same things, and reincarnation becomes inevitable. You can't go anywhere when you want to come back here again and again. You come back here again and again. Don't try to make things, I own them. No, I use them. They've been given to me for use. I hope these little tips will help you in some of the things that you sometimes face. Thank you very much. I'll see you next month.
My dear holy family, I just wanted to tell you before you go that Bibi Raj told us, yes, that yesterday Master watched the morning celebration and the night celebration. So that's why he watched the morning and the night, the Canadian and the daily satsang. And I think this is why we were feeling drunk and we were feeling that we were swimming in love. That Master was looking at us and showering us right there. I mean, he showers us every day, whether he's there or not. But I just wanted to tell you, to share this with you. And now it's time to go inside, come up here and meet Master, where he's waiting for us with open arms. And it's time to dip into God and love and the kingdom of God. So if we can forget about the world outside and the body below and come up here to the headquarters of creation and have few gratitude words for our Holy Father and repeat the Simran of the holy name slowly at interval with the tongue of thought. And I hope, or listen to the Shabd, and I hope to see you tonight, for another holy day and holy night in Father God. So I'll keep Zoom on for 20 minutes so we can meditate together.